Right, going for a quick ride out. Got a call to the bank. £20 24p for 11.9 litres. It's fucking robbery now, isn't it? That's the most I've ever put in the mighty NC. We truly do need to get rid of these fucking idiots that are running our country. And it's like the likes of your gas and electric, come winter time, it's going to go up a third. But if you're an illegal migrant, you get it for nothing, don't you? And I'm sorry, it's playing more and more on every person that works in this country's mind. These clowns that run in this country are what they are, clowns. Anyway, let's get that off. We're going out for a quick ride. I've got to dive into the town centre to Warrington, do a little bit of stuff there, and then I think it's windy today. I think we'll have a ride out to Superbike factory. I've been there for a good 6 months. Have a look what's new in there, if the prices have gone up, if they've gone down. Alright people, well, we're going to have a ride to Superbike factory Macclesfield. So I may natter, or I may just actually play a bit of music, because there's some lovely roads you've been with me before on, and they actually make all the difference when you're out riding, even on a day like this, Saturday. I mean, it's supposed to be raining. It did try a little bit, but it is windy. It is truly windy. We'll just give it a little bit of a sports mode. There's been comments from quite a few people that bought the new one, and they said, like in standard, it's very, very rumbly, doesn't feel nice, and it doesn't feel nice in standard mode at its bike for some reason. It's like the revs are too low on it, and it's like shuddering when you're riding. You have to actually put the pedals on once you start above 2,000 revs, 2,500, 3,000 revs on it. It's all right then, but I don't like it myself in it, to be honest. I preferred my older NC. The standard mode was better on that, but the sports mode on this is better than the older NC sports mode. So there is a bit of stuff going on with the gearbox, and you can tell the difference with it when you ride it. But it's still lovely. It's like now, once you get into it, it just poodles along nicely. It's nice and smooth. And when you get to ride roads like these, it's just fabulous, isn't it? So I've got another video on putting all the bits and pieces on the bike, on the CRF 300L that I bought. I've not even been out on it yet, people. I've only been out on it the time when I bought it. Been out on it once with Philip Yules when he took us over the tops, and once bringing it back from the showroom. It's been stood for about a week and a bit. But all the little accessories that I've wanted for it have arrived now, so I'm going to do a little video on putting them on. There's a few things, like I say, I think I put a video on the crash bars and things like that, won't go on it. They're just not nice. They don't suit it either. I think maybe looking at a more high quality ones, that'll go down low, but I think, to be honest, I'm just going to get engine guards, a good sump guard, and a good radiator guard. I think them are the three main things you'll get for it, and after that, that's it. I've got new handlebars to go on it, and now I've got the inserts, so I'm going to fit the equivalent of them bark busters on. I found a kit that I can fit them onto it, and they do fit, so they'll go on there. Just watching this car. Watching that car on the left there. There we go. You see what I say about them? They're absolute wankers, aren't they? Not that, you know, it made any difference, because I'd slowed down and seen him. But that's what you're up against. Impatience. I suppose we do it on the bike. And then there it is. So he wants to get there just to turn in the next left. And the worry with these people is they flash them out to let them out as well. Got a lovely throaty voice to this bike. And I've had 12 months on the 1st of April, believe it or not. And what things do I like about her, and what things don't I like about her? The gearbox is definitely a one thing that I'm not in love with, to be honest. There is quite a few differences on it, to be quite honest. It's like I was looking at the back brake Tom, we was looking at our bikes next to each other. The older NC, it's got the pre-NC, it's got wavy discs. This one's just got a standard white round disc. But this is also, I could have, should have flipped by. Yeah, I could do. This has just got round discs, and they seem smaller. The brakes, to be quite honest with you, without any doubt, the front brakes are better. Back brake about the same. Believe it or not, the thing I don't like about the new NC is the actual one part of the screen, and that's when you're changing modes. When I'm changing now from the mode I'm in to the next mode, you had to do it on the other one. You still had to drop your throttle off, change the mode, and then let it go in. But on this one, if you do it too quick, if you're revving and you put it on, it doesn't do it. It doesn't hold that mode. You've got to literally zero that throttle for it to work. It is a little bit, it's a minute slower. And to be quite honest with you, all the stuff that I've got with it, like the turn-by-turn navigation, very rarely use it, people. You know, the other side, the things that I've put onto it, the comfort seat, without any doubt, I would pay for. It's worth its money, it's comfortable. But I did find the previous NC seat, the standard seat, was nice. It's not as comfortable as this one, but you're paying 250 quid for it. The screen to actually the up and down screen at 350 quid, I wouldn't spend it, people. I would get a decent Pewag or a decent Givy screen on the front there. And it's not the fact that it's not good, you know, it does keep the wind off you, but you'll never use it up and down. And that's 3 times as much as what you would pay for a normal screen, to be quite honest with you. So I wouldn't rush into it. It's a good accessory if you want it. But the other thing about it, it's rattly. at slow speeds when you're riding along, you can hear them plastics rattle. They're not fantastic. But other than that, the NC itself, it's a fabulous bike. It just does everything you want it to do. It does for me. You know, and I say it all the time, there are faster bikes out there. There are different types of bikes. It's what you want to ride yourself. It's not the speed down there. Let's go down with my pedals. But again, I wouldn't buy this bike without the DCT, to be quite honest with you. I'd still do, even with that little glitch this one's got. I still wouldn't swap it. I just find it a really, really capable, comfortable, easy bike to ride, slow speed, and, you know, high speeds. This bike handles really, really well. You know, I hear lots and lots of, I see lots and lots of YouTubers go, oh, it's a starter bike. It's not a starter bike. It's a, you know, any bike can be a starter bike. But if you really want to put the power on this bike and play in the bends, you can play in the bends in it. You know, we know it's not a CBR. You know, it's not designed to be that. But I can tell you something, this will keep up with many of the bikes that you go out with your friends, with no issues at all. And if you want to lose your license, yeah, you can do 112 miles an hour on it. That's the top speed of it, which isn't particularly fast for a bike. And when you get to that top end on these, they're quite flat. And that's the difference with them as well. The power is at the start. The power is where you need it. Taking away, pulling away, mid-range. You're doing from 0 to 60 in about 4 seconds. 3.5, 4 seconds on it. Which is, to be quite honest with you, quite, you know, it's enough. Well, they're struggling a bit on cars, aren't they? Or they've just gone to wheels now. Man, you're saying that when you talk about a wheel for a Ferrari, what is it, about 20 grand? Madness, isn't it? Just going through Knutsford, people. And I just thought, sat this morning thinking, oh, it's going to rain, it's a bit windy. Shouldn't bother. I needed to go to town to get put some dosh in the bank and do a few things. And I thought, it's still a lovely day to ride a bike. And this is, to me, just like a summer's day to me. It's fabulous riding on any day. I should go up straight up one day, actually. That's quite a nice ride up straight on there. So ever you fancy a ride down to Superbike Factory? I was due actually today, was due to take the big ST out. I had a big route planned for it, but I just can't do it. Commitments from the missus and things like that stopped it really. And that's that, you know, I've been watching Peaky Biker. Not seen him for a while actually. Quite like his stuff. And he's just bought, now I don't know because I just watched the video, he's just bought a CRF 250L. So I don't know whether he's replaced his big BMW, whether he's got rid of that, or whether he's just got that as a second bike to start doing the lanes. But again, another, you know, YouTuber, dead down to earth. And like, you know, in some of his videos, there's things get in the way of him, and, you know, anxiety gets on top of him. Does with us all. But the fact is that you're just able to carry on. And getting out on your bike without any doubt whatsoever, unless you're in such a frame of mind where you shouldn't be riding a bike. And you know, let's be honest about it, we all say, oh, it's great for your health, but if you're truly in a state where you should not be riding or driving, don't do it. Like manual mode again. I think I've gone in manual mode again. Does me head in. No, we're not in manual mode. That's holding its gear. That's strange the way he's holding its gear there. That's a plate and a half, isn't it? Always watching the roads round here, they're really greasy round here. And that's it, not in any particular hurry. And I've got to say, potholes are getting worse in the UK now. The more and more you ride bikes, the more and more you see out there. Devastating they are. My lord, people, the wind is a bit on the windy side today. And it's good, the NC's spreading its wings again. Had a nice ride last week with the lads. It is really nice to get out and on some nice lanes. And even the peaks, there was some lovely lanes in the peaks. Off the accelerator now, not even touching the brakes, down another gear. Still not touching the brakes, people, letting the engine braking do it for me. Oh, 30 mile an hour, 20 for the kids. Must be a school here. Never noticed that at all. It's amazing each time you go out and you see different things, isn't it? As I say, not even at the moment, not even had to touch the brakes, people. It's like now, on back brake now. Feet are still not down. They're still not down. Now it's going down. Literally come to a stop. And I'm not going to try and sit there like an enduro rider and balance the bike. That's another thing that you see people do. It's just do it when your bike's slowing down to a stop. And then when it's comfy, put your foot down. It's better to be consistent with what you do when you ride. Still lovely out there, look at that. This is heading towards Congleton and that way, people. We'll probably come back via Oldley Edge. Nice stretch of my legs. 6 miles to where we're going. Macclesfield. See, it's not, you know, it's not a bad little ride, to be honest. This one, the A50 all the way up, it's a nice little road, to be honest. And this is my thought with the new CRF I bought. I'm going to have to come out this far to actually get on some green lanes. So it's a lot of tarmac for the knobblies, isn't it? Or whether at some stage buy a van. The problem with is my car, I've got Lexus CT200H. You can't fit a tow bar to it. It will not tow anything heavy. And I don't know whether that's a case as well with most of your electrical vehicles. You need to check it when you buy it. Look at that sunshine, wow. Yeah, you need to check it when you buy it because a lot of them are not able to tow vehicles. They're not, you know, they can't carry weights. That's the other side about electric, that is quite poor really. It's not got the grunt of a proper old petrol or diesel engine. And I think all this dreaming of everything's going to be electric, I think you'll find out very quickly that's going to go right out the window. And I do, you know, I do think there is a place for electric vehicles, without any doubt whatsoever. I do think there's a place for them. Let's see how many people will be here. Will it be busy? Or has the rain and the wind kept people away? Well, people, got a few bikes here, that's good. The butty wagon's back, that's even better. Right. We will knock you off until we get inside. We'll see you when we're inside. Right, people, so Superbike factory. Macclesfield, fantastic place to come into. The lads here, the calf's back, that's nice to see. A few more bikes, let's have a walk up. You've been with me many times on this. Let's see if they've got any offers. Quite a lot sold here. Well, this is new. They don't normally have bikes at the front. There we go. Have to do a bit of editing to actually knock the music out. Shoey, $3.99. It's not a bad price. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Seeing if there's any discounts. Any discounts? Never really do much of a walk round on the clothing, to be honest. £159 for Oxford pants. I quite like that actually. That would go with my bike. That my new CRF. That would go with it extremely well. Suit an MT even better. And they normally have like a bargain corner here where you can get stuff. Overalls, can never say no to a pair of them. I've got a cracking pair that I got from J&S. The zip slides down all the way down to the ankle. Bit of a pain until you get used to it, but still quite good. Biker jeans. Right, let's grab a bargain from £15. There we go. Feel quite good gear actually. £19, £15, and I'll give it to Slim for that one. Right, let's see what they look like in here. So the mutts have gone from here, haven't they? Nice KTM. Biker Simon's just bought his KTM, hasn't he? The 350R, I think it is. Nice Nortons. Let's see what the cost of them are going out at. Look at the QR code. They could really do with putting the prices on these. This is one thing I always get with people complaining about the actual. You've got to go to the website to look. And there we go. That's a beauty, isn't it, people? Look at that. Must be new in. There's no documents on it. And that again, that Ninja, lovely blue. The camera will never show up for what it really is. There's a filter on this camera, so for inside. CB500F, you never go wrong with one of these. Cracking little bikes. Ducati, the big KTM. Let's carry on up, see what else we've got. They've certainly got a good choice of bikes. And there we go, people. That's a Rally. Now, I haven't got the Rally, I've got the CRFL. The Rally has a metal tank on it. It's slightly taller, but the suspension is softer. It's heavier. And again, these are add-on bars. And that's it, you buy something like that and then you do all the extras on it. And the KTMR, there we go. The 390, this is what Biker Simon's just bought, watch his channel. Are they worth the money? Service, all of this stuff. I mean, this is service, this is it. The ones I've got now are like a third thinner than that. So you can see why you're paying for service, why you're paying for that gear. There we go. There we go. Nice thing there. RX. Nothing wrong with a 1225 if you're starting out. A massive following on these as well. The little cups. And a Vespa. Can't wait to ride the new one of these. I was in Yule's Triumph looking at one. The little new 300. I can see in my future having one of them, to be honest. When I can't ride the big bikes, when I can't lift them up. And they hit me 411. Still a good bike, people. These will be cheap as well. These have really come down in price. And that's that, you know, for its age, is a 22 plate. That looks quite good, Nick, for a 22 plate. Got a tether. Like I say, the downside now, I think the Superbike factory needs to, not everyone's going to carry the mobile phone with them. You need to put the prices on them, Superbike factory. I know you're trying to be modern, but there's a lot more people that are not into the modern age. Again, a 74 plate. Looks as though it's had very little done. Nice little bar across there. Help it off-road. And I'll tell you what, people, it is thin on stock in here. Really thin on stock. There's big gaps. A nice Interceptor. And I know it always comes up in the conversation with Superbike factory and the finance. The finance is expensive, but it's who they use for finance. These companies have to do things to make money, and you've also got the stage. Not everyone can get a good finance. Not everyone's got a good credit rating. So they're still given the opportunity of people being able to get it. Not that I'd want to do it, you know, the way I've been in my life. When I couldn't afford something, I saved for it, and then I bought it when I could afford it. I haven't always financed bikes.
Now, I don't know whether the Cafe Racer is one for me, to be honest. I just don't like the bulbous front end on them, to be honest. Kawasaki W800. Nice nick though, absolutely. I've got to say, the look as though these bikes that are in here have been valeted. VFR 800 by the looks of that. That looks a nice bike. The paint on that is immaculate, people. Absolutely immaculate. You have to, so them little QR codes, put your phone on them and scan them, and you'll see what price of it is. You never know, there may be something in here for you. I do like the red, actually. I don't know whether I like the yellow stripes on the wheels. I think they'd come straight off. It's amazing how we've all got our own things we like to do, haven't we? Again, another tether on the bike. So you've got a tether there for an optimizer. I think that's the last of the VFRs, that, by the looks of that one. Yeah, 15 plate. Thruxton, I do like these. I think this would be just a lovely Sunday bike, this. Something that you're just going to flit about in the lanes for a little while. No price on it. Really well built bike. It does puzzle me sometimes how you see so many people that have got these bikes and they get rid of them. Street Cup, couldn't get it out there. Quite nice looking, isn't it? Again, you know, the yellow goes with the yellow. Yeah, I get that. Thruxton, again, I do like the green, to be honest, on that. Do like the green on that. The other thing to look at when you look at these bikes, look at the grips. See how worn they are and what they look like in the tank pads. That's the thing with chrome as well. When you buy a chrome bike, you've got to love polishing, because if you don't polish it, it tarns so quickly, and that bright shiny stuff then loses it. You can see there now the pittedness in there. You'd have to rub that down and polish it up to actually bring that back up nice. A lot of work. 1200 Thruxton. Still a lovely bike. I've not seen a Thruxton in this colour, actually. I do like the gold forks, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what it is with gold and Brembo brakes. I think they just really go well on bikes, don't they? Move on to the big Ducati, sorry. That's the first one with the price on it. It's like I say with them though, they should really still put the pair of exhaust there, isn't there, for you? And that's what you'd be doing, going round and round on that bad boy. That's going to take you into a new world. Very clean, aren't they, on the handlebars? Kawasaki ZZR 1400. Hang on for dear life, people. Kawasaki green, lovely that is. Nice little bit of carbon on the centre there. White dashes. Black Widow exhausts. Chrome ZZR 1400. Brakes that stop you. That looks a bit of a beastie, that one, doesn't it? Kawasaki, that's some exhaust system on there. Some colour on it. Probably £1,000 worth of Aprovogic. I can never pronounce that. The actual look. My God, it's going to hold you in, isn't it? What a bike! What an absolute bike! The plate comes with it. Adjustable preload and suspension on it. Again, little things that you see on these, like the optimizer there, the little lead. They're not hard to fit, but it just makes life easier when they're there already. Certainly bikes for speed. ZX6000. A lot of these ZX6000s in. 1000SX, sorry. Nice colour with luggage as well. Bike financing minutes. BMW F900R, people. What a bike. F900R. Whiz wheel, renowned for BMWs. And that is a pretty bike. 1200R. Looks absolutely immaculate. Sold, no price on it. And there we go, 1250. Again, what a bike. starting up, and there we go, the Honda. Back onto the bikes. You know all, I love fabulous bike. They may be old, but they will run forever, people. Sat-nav mount on there. You know, you don't have to have new. An NC 750S. That is 700S. That is an Oldham, people. I'd love to ride one of them as well. Never ridden this. Wow, look at them. That is smart. The starter of the NC 750. This is it. What a bike. This will be a 6-speed bike as well. Bit of bling on it. An NC 700, not seen one of them for a long time. If you've had one, let me know what they like to ride. Have you still got it? CB 500X. The mighty NC 750. This is a manual version. A bit spent on it though. Whoever's owned it. Crash bars I originally fitted to my previous one. Never go wrong with one of these, people. You just never go wrong with one of them. Oh, and they've even copied my handguards. A little plate on the bottom of it there as well for your footrest. Really good idea. And that's pure. That is nice. That'd go better on my bike than this one. What a stunning bike. And there's one that's been worked. You have to look after them, people. You can't let rust get through there, like these pins, the ends here. You need to look after them. If you don't look after them, they will rust. Any bike will rust, swing arms especially. They're renowned for it. It's only surface rust on them, by the way, people. It's not major. But pull out your swing arm and spray some deruster inside, or even some WD or some cure guard that can sit inside the swing arm, and just look after it. All manuals. Again, sat nav mount on there, heated grips on there. Same with the one next to it. The tracer now, I do like the tracer now. It's a triple. Don't like the dash, that's the only thing I don't like. What an amazing bike to ride, absolutely amazing. That looks beautiful, to say the least. I love the anodised blue wheels, crash bungs on it. It's been well looked after, that bike. G09. Again, another one. Big KTMs. Never ridden one of these. They just look, and absolutely look at the build quality on them. I know they've had grief with their engines with a certain model, but they are absolutely, they look a stunning bike, to say the least. Imagine that driving out your pathway on its next adventure. The Chris Birch bike, go-to, isn't it? Racer 900. 700. Great mid-range bike. Sat-nav on that one as well. Pro Sports. Probably the bike that saved the MT and the Tracer, that saved Yamaha a lot. The Gold Forks people. I always tell the 900s from the 700s, because the 700s are a twin and the 900s are a triple. And that one looks kitted out to death. Look at that. People, this is my new bike, CF 300 Rally. What have they done on it? Bar risers, heated grips, folding mirrors, rear back plates. Again, service hand grips, the Rally. The difference between the Rally has a steel tank, it's taller, it's heavier, a lot of bits come with it as standard. You can buy a Service 3.3 litre tank for these Rallies. You know, you never go wrong with buying one of these. The 250 after being out with Philip Hughes proved beyond a doubt they're as good as anything. They're not underpowered. You know, if you want to have good fun on a bike and save yourself some money, buy one. And you know, I think it's a bike that you'd keep. Say, I'm hoping to get some good adventures on mine and some good off-road trips. Tenere. I mean, I do love these, but they're just too big and too heavy for me. You know, not everyone is my size. There's 6-footers that probably find these bikes easy to ride. Big Africa Twin. The 1000. You wouldn't go wrong with a 1000cc Africa Twin. BMW F900. V-Stroms. I say it all the time, people, there's a lot of money sat in these V-Strom 1000cc. Honda. Cross Tourer. You just don't see many of these now. Really good bike. DCT most of them. That one's the same. Some of the bikes I can't get in between of people, so I'm trying to give you just like a glide view, which I've never done before of them. So you can actually see what state they're in as well. You can see the chips on the bars, and you can see the condition of the bike. Trying to give you as much as I can on it. A 790 Adventure. These are the ones that didn't do many favours, wasn't it? Nice looking bike though. But that's what happens, people, when you get bad management and people that run things that can't run things and are greedy and get away with it and walk away with massive payoffs for failing a company. But the other side, I think, the truth of it is YouTube has some respects part to blame, because everyone thinks everyone's going to do adventure. Everyone thinks everyone's going to be a Chris Birch. Everyone thinks that they're going to go off-road on these bikes and thrash them up mountainsides. And the truth of it is, we'll never do it. You're not capable of doing it. And if you do, you'll be in the hands of the gods that you don't fall off and hurt yourself and right off the bike. We're just going to fly by these now, people. Transalp 750, never go wrong with one of these. Loved riding them when I rode. Can't wait for the new E-Clutch version of this to come out. An all-rounder, well capable. When people say which bike would take me off the NC, it would probably be the Transalp, to be quite honest with you. Be between the Transalp and the NT. What would take me off? Just a comfortable, lovely bike to ride. Talk about the NT, there she is. You will never run out of tarmac on one of these bikes. They're an astounding bike to ride. I was fortunate to have the DCT with the electronic egg suspension on it. $50 to the gallon out of these bikes, these 1100s. They're not light. And if you want to tour the continent or tour anywhere, that'd be a bike that is well worth sitting on. And for people who want to go fast, there we go. BMW XR, S1000 XR. Kawasaki Versus 650. Again, another bike I've never ridden. I couldn't even sit on that, people. It's too tall for me. I think you'd have to be a giant, and it's on its side stand. But what a bike. Ducatis. Love Ducati red. Just can't beat it. Tiger 1200. Absolutely an amazing piece of kit. The Rally Pro, which I rode for mules. The best suspension and probably the most smooth power that I've ever ridden on a bike. It was just so easy to ride for such a big bike. Amazing piece of kit. Shaft drive on it. Electronic suspension on it. Easy to use. Power through every range on it. An amazing piece of kit. The accessories that are on half of these bikes, people, is just, you can't, it's mind-blowing the money that is spent on them. As I said at the beginning, I can't believe the gaps that are in Superbike factory. I've been in here many times and I've never seen it so empty. Now that's either a good thing, as in they're selling a lot of bikes, but it's a bad thing, as in they've let a lot of bikes go to get cash flow. So you don't know. But it's like I say with them, I wish them really the best of luck. You know, I have bought from Superbike factory Macclesfield myself. I had a good experience. A lot of people say in the comments to me, you wouldn't come back here, it's a terrible place. And then I get just as many say, best place I've been, looked after you, they sold me a bike, the bike works. I'm happy with it, because they are, without doubt, if you look on the internet, and especially if you get your own finance or you've got cash to buy the bike, they are one of the cheapest places to buy, and you find their bikes, you know, out on display. Not all of them have been valeted, but you find that they are the lowest mileage and lowest owners. Right, people, the big 1200s. You can't think 5 years ago these were the in thing, weren't you? Now on the 1300s. Amazing piece of kit. And if you're capable, it'll do everything you want it to do. luggage. The luggage on BMW is always good. The servicing the bike yourself is easy. I done my own when I had the 1200 GS Adventure I owned. It was the last of the air-cooled versions, and the suspension was amazing on it, to be quite honest with you. Mine had the indicators on either side, so left and right was on different handlebars. Changed a bit now. Looks like Bumblebee off Transformers, doesn't it, that one? You know, some of these bikes probably come in this condition because the people have really looked after them. See, okay, now you don't see many of these. These were a cheap old bike. And look at it, it's a big old bike. Really good reputation on these bikes. I nearly bought one. And I bet that's cheap as chips, people. I don't know the prices of these. Got a lot on it. It's got a lot on that bike. Ducatis. Big Multistrada. Only ridden an old one of these, but people that have them seem to love them. It's a shame that they're up for sale. When you think of the price of them bikes, what they cost new, it's eye-watering. Go, people, we're going to head out. I think we've done enough filming today. Believe it or not, 2 hours up to now walking around here, so it's time to actually get on my bike. I'm feeling a bit knackered. Just come in yourself and do it, walk around yourself. There'll be something in here if you're looking for a bike at a good price that you'll get. And literally every bike, from monkey bikes to Groms, to Harley-Davidsons, to Indians, to Hondas, to Kawasaki's, to Ducatis, to Yamahas. This place, people, has it all. Go on, just... Just love what people look at on bikes as well when you come to view your bike. Right at that, Bert's Biker. See you on the ride home. Superbike factory, Macclesfield. Come in and have a look. See you in the next one.